So welcome. My name is Carolyn Santangelo, and right now I am just representing Nature's Schoolhouse Network, which is hosted by UUCB here on this beautiful campus and the wonderful school that's in the back with these amazing kids that you're going to get to see mostly virtually, but we do have two extraordinary kiddos here with us today. So if you want to say hello to Renna up front and Willow in the middle. So you guys can just wave to them. So thank you. All right. So as we get started today, we have a morning song to kick us off and get us going. And this you will see is Miss Debbie's class. And Miss Debbie is here. You're going to hear more from her later. But let's just have a little cheer and sound and chaos at the same time. Good. So throughout this presentation, you will see some of the rituals and parts of our program that are built in as routines to bring the children in, welcome them in, and welcome in learning. So with that, this is a chance for Beth to come up and talk about a little bit about UUCB.
Oh, God. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm going to have to sing the morning song next time. That's great. I love it. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Brevard. My name is Beth Ann's. I use she, her pronouns. I welcome you all. Thank you for being here with us today. My visual ID is I'm a middle-aged woman with short reddish hair, glasses, and I have like an earthy toned pattern top on and some brown pants for our Earth Wonderful Nature School. So I'm excited to have you here. Our UCB vision is to cultivate a sanctuary for diverse beliefs, committed to providing peace and love, personal spiritual growth, and service to our larger community. We have been a home for diverse religious beliefs since 1956. So we grew up here with the space program. We've been here a long time, and we encourage people to bring their whole selves and be welcome and feel welcomed in this sanctuary. And I hope all of you feel welcome as well. Thank you for being with us today, and thank you for sharing with us. I'm very excited to hear our presentation today. So thank you all.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Beth. The technology wizard that she is really was needed. So just a little bit of a background for what Nature's Schoolhouse is. It is a homeschool enrichment program. So the homeschoolers come for 1, 2, 3 or more days, and they engage in some of the programs that you'll see coming up throughout this next hour or so. Miss Rachel is the founder and our inspiring leader who really just lights a fire for me to do the best I can. And I see some other people nodding here from the staff. And she has developed this program with the help of many others. I think Miss Diane was a co-founder with her as well. And to share the well wish with her, she is homesick. So we are sending you well wishes, Miss Rachel. She's online right now, and I'll invite her to jump in whenever she wants to. But to share the vision of Nature's Schoolhouse. Our vision is to provide a safe environment for children to learn and play in nature. Along with providing a service to our community, we hope to help nurture a deep relationship between our students and nature, so they are motivated to help protect our planet as adults. Among many things, we value kindness, respect, inclusion, and environmental stewardship. Ours is a place where childhood is protected in a world that is pressing children to grow up too quickly. We are an oasis where children can come, play, and learn in nature, and simply be children. So, Miss Rachel, I was going to share a little bit about the history, but are you able to come offline and want to share? And if not, it's okay.
Hi. Yes, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, okay, you covered pretty much what I was going to say. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel. I'm founder and operator of Nature Schoolhouse Network. We started 4 years ago in a location we called the Little Blue Barn. We had only 4 children at that time. It was Miss Diane and myself. From there, we evolved and moved to this new beautiful facility. That was 2 years ago. So this is our 4th year overall. Now we have 3 different classes. We have our Dragonflies group, which is ages 5 to 6. We have our Dolphins group, which is ages 7 to 8, and our sea Turtles group, which is ages 9 to 12, and that is Miss Carolyn's class. We have really enjoyed being at this new location. It is the perfect setting for Nature Schoolhouse Network. And yeah, thank you all for coming to learn about our group.
All right, thank you, Rachel. Really sending you all the love we can.
Thank you.
So you'll see some pictures up there of Nature Schoolhouse in action. It's pretty amazing, really. And today what we're going to cover is a little bit of a welcome. Some of it will be part of what UUCB does naturally on their Sunday services. There'll be a candle lighting, which I'm hoping Willow will help me out with. We'll do a little bit of mindfulness. There's some songs throughout that's sprinkled in. And then we'll talk about how we nurture ourselves and others. We'll also talk about how we are nature stewards. And then going into how we learn and lead and how much that matters. And then we'll have a closing with you all. So I think our lighting of the flame. So Willow, you want to come up? And Mom, feel free to come up with her if you'd like to. All right. Thank you. So here is a quote to share as we light this candle to inspire us. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire, by William Butler Yeats. Thank you, Willow, very much. So one of the things to share is that we are on the unceded lands, and we want to really acknowledge the history of where we are. So if you would join in with me to teach a few of the languages that were spoken from some of our ancestors. So the first one is Istonko. So if you could repeat that with me, Istonko. And that is a greeting in Seminole Creek language. And it acknowledges, so I'm going to read this land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge that we are in West Melbourne, Florida, which are the traditional homelands of the Native nations, including the Ais, the Costas, the Muskogo, the Seminole, the Miccosukee. These lands were significant to their history and often considered sacred, as are the lands of all First Nations peoples. We pledge to be stewards of this land and its people, plants, and animals. And that will come up later when we talk about some of the service projects that are being done. So now the next greeting, if you would join me with this, and I may be saying I'm wrong, but Chihuntamo, Chihuntamo. Would you give that a try? Chihuntamo. And that is a greeting in Miccosukee, so that we welcome in the cultures of those who have come before us. And now a song. This is Miss Diane's class, the youngest of our groups. And there's words if you'd like to join in on the side, but you may just want to watch in awe at the magic of these kids and Miss Diane.
Good morning, dear all. Good morning, dear sun. Good morning, dear stones and clouds everywhere. Good morning, dear bees and birds in the trees. Good morning to you. Good morning to me. Look behind you.
Who's that behind you? Aren't they just wonderful? All right. So often we start our mornings with a few moments of mindfulness to help us get grounded. And this is a short video, and then we'll invite you into a short practice after this. I'm wondering if Willow and Rana would like to come up and help me do star breathing. I'll guide it, but just to come up and do it with me. No, thanks? All right, that's okay. You will? All right, let me play the video, but you can come up.
The inside is orange.
Interesting.
That's plastic jam, plastic jam. I did it. I do it. 31 and 2. That's so. We see blue jays and we say yay yay.
And they help us breathe.
Breathe in, breathe out. Keep going. All right. Pretty sweet, isn't it? Do you want to come over here? We're going to do a short mindfulness practice that the kids have learned. It's called star breathing. And what you'll do, can you do this with me, where you hold out one hand and you trace up your thumb as you inhale, pause at the fingertip, and then exhale as you come down. Oh, that's nice. And what Rena did was she was going, I don't know if you could hear. So let's start together, and we will inhale, tracing your finger, exhale, inhale again, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and you can go at your own pace if you like. And I think one more. So can you give a thumbs up to Rena? That was wonderful, Rena. You can go this way, sweetheart. So mindfulness helps in so many ways. It can help to calm down our mind, our body, and our heart when there's a lot of emotions. It can also help us focus, also help us find compassion for ourselves and others. There are many, many benefits, but those are just a few. So to build that in, so the students are learning ways to self-regulate or co-regulate as need be, can be very, very beneficial. So thank you again, Rena. So now it's part of the service where you are invited to be a kid and to greet each other, if you're comfortable with that, to stand up and do high fives, an elbow tap, a fist bump, a toe tap, or any other greeting that you would like, and just meet your neighbors around. So come on in, get up, and welcome each other here today. All right, come on back to your seats. Thank you, everybody. What great energy and smiles. And how many of you did the elbow tap? Just want to know. How many of you did a fist bump? High fives? Hugs? Toe taps? Anything else? All right. I would like to introduce the beloved Miss Diane, and you will see how spectacular she is. So she will share a little bit about the program for the younger kids, and then we'll have some of the kids talk about how they nurture themselves and nurture others when she's done.
So I am with the littlest ones, the dragonflies, And the Dragonfly program at Nature's Schoolhouse is designed to nurture the young child's natural sense of wonder, curiosity, and imagination, and ability to think creatively. Our classroom is very intentional and designed to appropriately meet the developmental needs of the young child. At this age, children learn best through hands-on activities, and we strive to incorporate as many of these activities as possible. Working with the child's hands and physical body supports the will of the child as their fine and gross motor skills and physical strength and health are developed. Our curriculum also supports the heart feeling realm by working with each child's individual personality, their strengths and challenges, conflict resolution, and social skills, sharing and caring, separation issues, and their relationship with their teachers. Very important. Our curriculum also supports the mind thinking aspect of the child through story, singing, memory activities, and lots of opportunities for imaginative play. In this way, we are engaging the child's mind, heart, will, and physical development in a balanced and harmonious way, thereby educating the whole child. We also have a strong daily rhythm, which gives the children consistency in their routine and allows them to move easily from one activity to the next, encouraging confidence and self-discipline. So the 3 R's of early childhood are rhythm, repetition, and reverence. And reverence for the natural world is a very important part of our curriculum and daily routine, just as it is for the whole philosophy of Nature's Schoolhouse. The children spend a large part of their day outside, exploring their outdoor play space, observing seasonal changes, which really are pretty minute here in Florida. I mean, we do have our occasional cold days where they're freezing, but they still want to get wet. Can I get wet, Miss Diane? No. Engaging in gardening and other outdoor activities. We also learn about caring for the planet, how we can be good stewards, and how we can care for each other, building our own community based on empathy and compassion. And as teachers, we do our best to model this to our students, striving to be people worthy of imitation through our words and our actions. And more than anything, we want our students to feel safe, seen, and loved. Children learn best from people that they love, and so we cultivate that on a regular basis. There's no shortage of hugs and physical displays of affection, especially when they're little. You know, they're always crawling up into our laps, so we let that happen. Anyway, we want them to have a positive experience with education. It's so important that their first experience with education is positive so that they want to continue to learn how to learn. Once you learn how to learn, you can learn anything, and that they will continue to go on and to develop a healthy relationship with the world. And then I just want to read this one quote that I love from Henry David Thoreau. It says, "I am struck by the fact that the more slowly trees grow at first, the sounder they are at the core. And I think that the same is true for human beings. We do not wish to see children precocious, making great strides in their early years like sprouts, producing a soft and perishable timber, but better if they expand slowly at first, as if contending with difficulties, and so are solidified and perfected. Such trees continue to expand with nearly equal rapidity to an extreme old age." So thank you so much for coming today, and that is just a little snapshot of what we do with the dragonflies here. All right, thank you.
To watch the magic and the love that just kind of emanates out with Miss Diane, but also with Miss Caitlin too, who works with that class. So here's the kids telling you what nurturing means. There might be a little advice for the adults in here. Apologizing for the sounds. We'll do the best we can. Not the sounds back there, but the sounds out here. That's beautiful.
I like to play with Ada and Julia.
Yeah.
And swing on the swings.
And the swings and activities. Oh, we do a lot of activities, don't we? All right, thank you.
Maybe goals. He has how to be a good friend. Be nice to them. Be kind to them. Play games with them. See if they're okay if before the cry.
Wait, how are you kind?
I share and play. Be kind always. You have to give us some food, not junk, like wheat bread. Can be a bun for a sandwich. You can go to Disney World because you have more fun. You have to keep us close. You have to take care of us as much as you do for the world. Bye.
Growth mindset. Success begins with believing you can. I am still learning. I will keep trying. Mistakes are how I learn and grow. With more practice, it'll get easier. I will.
You love our dungeon?
Yes.
I bet. Did you build the dungeon?
A little bit, only the digging. I need to.
Yeah, so we all worked together on that, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we did a great job.
Yes.
Thanks, Travis.
Great. Thanks for letting us in.
Okay.
We take care of each other.
So probably need to clarify the word dungeon. That's how they behave. So no, the kids get to dig. There's dig zones, and they've dug far down and started to make little safe caves, and it's called the dungeon. That was one of the fun names. So from the mouths of babes. There we go. So now we're at the point in the service, a bit of an interactive. One of the things that the students do is they send well wishes out to the world. They call in angels. They call forth a way to bring ease and peace to the world. And we're going to invite you to do the same. It's on. At UUCB, one of the things they do is they offer a chance to express joys for what's going on in your life and also concerns. So what you can do, these guys are going to come around. You can go. They're going to give you a Post-it note if you would like it. It's an invitation. And we will hang a well-wish on our well-wish tree. So feel free to write something that's coming from your heart or your life situation that you'd like to write down. And we've got some tape up here because Post-it notes don't always work so well in nature.
Time for kindness. I want to make people smile. I want people to care
Say it again.
I wish people wasn't smoking. I wish people disrupt the world. I wish to make people happy. I wish to take care of my planet. Gratitude for helping me learn how to cook.
I wish people would have more friends. I hope that people are nicer to the earth. And thanks for all the teachers that helped me learn.
I will invite you to the well-wish tree to put down kind thoughts for yourself and others.
And if you have one you want the girls to come by and pick up, just hold it up and they'll come by and get it. Thank you, Willow. Thank you, Rena, so much. We have a story time. And I'm going to let the kids read you this one.
And now it's story time. It's one of our favorite books.
The title of the book is Mindful Monkey and Happy Panda. One late afternoon, as Monkey was walking home from a long day at school, Monkey came across Panda sitting serenely in a thicket of bamboo. "You always seem so happy and peaceful," said Monkey. "Yes, you could say that," said Happy Panda with a little smile. "What do you do to be so happy and peaceful?" "I walk, I work, I read, I eat, I play, and I rest." "I walk, I work, I read, I eat, I play, and I rest too. But I am not so happy," said Monkey. "That seems true," said Happy Panda, as he looked at Monkey. So, Monkey, what do you think about when you do those things? Well, said Monkey, when I walk, I also think about doing chores. When I do chores, I also think about reading. When I read, I also think about eating. When I eat, I also think about playing. When I play, I also think about resting. When I rest, I also think about walking. Ah, said Happy Panda, your monkey mind jumps from one thing to another. Always to somewhere other than here. To somewhere other than what you're doing right now.
Well, of course it does, said Monkey. Isn't that what everyone's mind does? Well, said Happy Panda, when I walk, I'm just walking. When I work, I'm just working. When I read, I'm just reading. When I eat, I'm just eating. Yum. When I play, I am just playing. And when I rest, I'm just resting. True happiness, said Happy Panda, gently comes from bringing all your attention to whatever you are doing right now. There is no need to think about what happened yesterday. Yesterday's gone, over, done. And there's no need to worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow isn't here. But today is around us, bringing our mind back to this moment right here, over and over again. It's called mindfulness. Oh, I get it, said Monkey. Mindful, like your mind is full of the present, full of right now. That's definitely how I want to be. And at that very moment, Monkey started to practice mindfulness. How about you?
Thanks for doing story with us.
So I don't know if you could hear the vehicles in the back and the trucks as they were reading. I think as we bring up our next teacher, Miss Debbie, she might share a little bit about what was going on with that and what the students did with that. But Miss Debbie works with the middle group, and she does an amazing job finding the rhythm and corralling these wonderful kids, and you do a great job. So, Miss Debbie.
I'm Debbie, and I teach the primarily 7 and 8-year-olds at Nature Schoolhouse. And as you move up from the dragonflies to the dolphins, our curriculum is a little bit different. We primarily focus on independent thinkers, teamwork, collaboration, and student-driven instruction rather than teacher-driven instruction. So we work within nature, we learn about nature, and we have a routine such that it's a very kind and safe environment. We talked a little bit about this at the beginning, but we have children that come in that have been bullied in other schools, exposed to racism, social anxiety, physical disabilities. But if you ever came and sat in on one of my classes or saw the kids out on the playground, you would never know it. Interestingly, we just finished a lesson in February on Black History Month and silent, peaceful protesting. So we were surprised one day when they started ripping trees out, and we didn't know what was going on the property. So my children, not driven by me, by themselves, started making posters saying, don't cut down our trees, don't kill our habitats. And they attached them to sticks, and they very silently held them up, and Mr. James got involved and Miss Rachel, and they stopped ripping out trees for the day, temporarily, but it was very effective and very heartwarming as a teacher to see that these children are taking in the knowledge that you're giving them and using it, and it was all student-driven. We have students that have had challenges with verbal communication, and Miss Leanne just took it upon herself to teach the children sign language. So the last time I saw her at lunchtime, the kids, I think, knew like 36 different expressions and words and ways to communicate, which is very cool. Safety is the most important thing in our class, kindness. I was a public school teacher for over 25 years, and the children here just communicate very well together. They work well together. They work as a team. And then whatever lessons are taught in the morning, Miss Leanne will say to them, what do you feel like? What is interesting to you? And she bases her lessons on hands-on activities and projects for the kids that they can then take home for their portfolio. So I think we're, the children, we have a naturally inclusive environment, and the children make accommodations without having had an IEP. So it's just a great group of kids that I have, and I really enjoy teaching them. And it's been wonderful being here. Beautiful environment, the people are very kind, teachers are very kind and supportive. So thank you. Thank you for coming.
All right. Thank you. And I know Miss Leanne was mentioned. She is a vital part of Nature Schoolhouse as well. She chips in wherever there's a need and works with Miss Debbie in the afternoon and also works with my students. So we really need to applaud for her as well. So, yeah, thank you. All right, so now let's hear from the kiddos on what they think naturing as stewards of our planet means.
How do you want adults to protect nature and protect the planet?
Not littering. Hi, my name is Zoe. I'm 9 years old.
Hi, my name is Ollie. I'm 10.
Hi, my name is Buddy. I'm 9, and I like Pokemon a lot.
We protect nature. We're growing all the toppings on pizza and as like pineapple, peppers, tomatoes.
We water the plants.
When do we water them, Ollie?
Every single day.
If nature wasn't here, we wouldn't be here because the trees produce oxygen for us. And if we weren't here, nature wouldn't be here because we produce air for them.
Happy Earth Day.
Okay, let's do it faster one more time.
Happy Earth Day.
Tell me your name.
Emma.
Emma, why do you like coming to nature school?
Because it's my favorite.
It's my favorite, so precious. So one of the things that Miss Rachel has done is really provide a beautiful environment for these kinds of things to happen. Posted up on the outside classroom is this poster that I think you can see it. Maybe you're welcome to read along. And I wish it didn't just say teaches kids. I wish it said teaches adults as well. So if you'd like to join me in reading it, Nature Play teaches us to climb higher, think creatively, find their own rhythm, explore, imagine, rely on their senses, assess risk, test their boundaries, use their outside voice, observe, nurture life, resolve conflict, Cultivate a sense of place and self. Improvise solutions. Feel free. Recognize beauty. Collaborate. Be resilient. Regulate stress. Learn through play. Wonder why. Get messy. Develop their strength. Build immunity. Gain perspective. And lastly, feel connected to the wild. So I don't know about you, but I think that deserves an applause right there. And now some of you may have seen the campus grounds and what our Nature Schoolhouse looks like, but here's the kids taking you on a tour of some of the areas.
This is the tour of our playground. That's the rock, that's the spider tree, and this is the tree of life. This is the swing set, that's the ecosystem, and that's the dig dome. This is the tree house, that's the dome, that's the mud kitchen, and that's the sand pit. Now we're going to take you on a tour of our gardens. This is our pizza garden. This is our pineapple. This is our edible garden. This is our tomatoes. This is our butterfly garden. This is our milkweed. This is our cabbage patch. This is our cabbage. Now this is our greenhouse with our sunflowers and cucumbers. This is the ice trail. They were a tribe that used to live here. This is a ginger flower and it's really pretty. This is a plant that if you touch it, then it moves a little.
Thanks for learning about Nature Schoolhouse.
So you got to see the zip line in action there. All right. So now comes another interactive part. The video will explain we're going to do some nature art. You're invited to come up. You'll be able to pick a cup or a container. And then we're making a circular design called a mandala. And you can find a way to add to this little green table up in the front. And the kids are going to explain what to do. Everybody would just take a cup. And if you want to come up and place it on the little green table to make some nature art, come on up.
There you go.
So here's how you're building it. Just putting it in a radiating design.
We invite you to make nature art with us, like a mandala. It's nature things in a big circle.
Beautiful community nature art. Are there any things left, Miss Caitlin? Think we're some acorns? All right, thank you all for your contribution. So the next video has gone wild on YouTube. It has millions and millions of hits. This is Miss Caitlin doing a tall, tall tree. There we go. Feel free to sing along if you'd like to.
My heart, it warms me with its power. It gives life and love to birds and beasts and flowers. This is my trunk. I'm a tall, tall tree. In springtime, the blossoms bloom on me. They open. This is my trunk. I'm a tall, tall tree. In summer, the breezes blow through me. I bend. I bend. I bend. I bend. This is my trunk. I'm a tall, tall tree. In fall, autumn, apples grow on me. They drop. They drop. This is my trunk. I'm a tall, tall tree. winter is when I go to sleep. I sleep. I dream. This is my trunk. I'm a tall, tall tree. In springtime, the blossoms bloom on me. They open. They open. Yeah, we always start and end with our season. And what's our season right now? Spring. Spring. That's right.
I think it's up to 3 million hits right now. I think that's it. So the next part of what Nature Schoolhouse does, we do nurturing, we do nature, but we also do learning and leading. And some of the things that the sea turtles do, these are the 9 to 12-year-olds. They can come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or any combination thereof. Follows this rhythm that is often student-led. So we come up with a schedule so they know, and it's a bit of a predictable routine, but there's also flexibility built in. So as we go through the program, there is social and emotional learning, talking about how to have an interpersonal relationship and an intrapersonal relationship with yourself, with others, how to have empathy, solve problems, make decisions. But we also infuse other subjects. It's an integrated program with STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So we try to sprinkle some of that in each day. But the main foundation of our program, it is literature-based program. So we will read novels and we will dive deep into some of the grammar skills and spelling, but also the character development, timelines and sequencing. We'll read fiction and nonfiction. And let me give you an example. We just finished a book about the Thai cave rescue that was called All 13. It's a true story that happened about 5 or 6 years ago, where a soccer team went with their coach into a cave miles in and got trapped because of heavy rains. And the amount of effort and teamwork that happened internationally to rescue these boys. And it's called All 13, so it's a happy ending. But from that, how did we integrate with that? Well, we talked about the sequence, the timelines, predicting, hypothesis, but we also did science with that, where the students made stalactites and stalagmites, where we used Epsom salts dissolved in water, and then it drips down and creates it. So they get a hands-on feel and an application of the science that goes along with. That's a few examples. But the other part of this is leading. We have such leaders at this school, as Miss Debbie talked about, as you see them leading Miss Diane around the circle and singing. The program that the Sea Turtles were involved in was through Jane Goodall Institute called Roots and Shoots. We got a grant, did some training, and it was student-led initiatives. And I think I'm going to go forward a slide, and then I'll come back to the video. So some of the projects have to deal with supporting people, supporting plants in the environment, and supporting animals. So we did a food drive. We tried to grow food. You can see the young lady with the red sweater is holding up our carrot bunch. It's about this big, but we did it, and they got to eat it. And then the pizza garden was also our way to harvest, and we shared that with other students at the school. There's a picture in the bottom middle of the food drive that went to Second Harvest. And then supporting our community here for Nature Schoolhouse and UUCB, the kids built the tree fort that's in the back for the zip line. So they're learning the skills with the tools and collaboration, but also engineering design. So building a prototype and then improving on it. So it's quite an adventure. I am honored to work with them, and I have learned so much this year. I'm going to let them tell you a little bit more about leading and learning here at Nature Schoolhouse. Where does it say Henley? Good. Keep going. Another word. Cat, dog. Yes. Beautiful. And what are these things that you're drawing? Oh my gosh. Very cool, Henley. Thank you. Can you look up and smile? So tell me what you're building, Elsie.
I'm building a fire.
Oh, you are. What shape is it?
It's a tiki.
A teepee? Teepee. All right, cool.
I like the book. It's called The Book with No Pictures, and I also like the Magic Treehouse books. I like that I learned in math about multiplication and division. The funniest thing I probably learned about would probably be rocks and minerals.
Yeah.
Rocks and minerals feed the plants, and the plants feed us.
Nice.
Finally. Hi, my name is Summer. And my name is Chase. And we have read this book at Nature School, which is one of our favorites, called Frindle. In the story, there was a flawed setting and characters. He put a new word in the dictionary. It was Frindle, which stands for pen.
When You Trap a Tiger is about a family that's going through tough times, and a tiger helps them get through the tough times.
A wolf called Wander is where a wolf wanders with its looking for its pack, not to give up. All 13 is about 12 soccer players and one coach got trapped in a cave. Hi, my name is Kayla. Lead by example. L. Listen to learn. E. Encourage good habits. A. Accept
Diversity.
diversity.
Beautiful.
D. Do the right thing.
Yeah, beautiful. Which one's easiest for you to do?
All of them.
All of them.
Sign language is where you use your hands, where when people can't talk.
How do we say yes? Yes, it's like your little head nodding, right? It is sunny today. Do we remember sunny? It's like the sun shining on you.
Being out in like a nice shady part of nature and a nice breeze always helps me do stuff.
All right, so thank you. Aren't they amazing? Just so involved and so wise and so joyful. Wanting to share a poem that the students wrote in the Sea Turtles class. So this is Atticus. He does go through it fairly quickly, but you can see the words on the other side, and it's gives me chills when I hear it.
Nature poem. My safe place in nature helps me notice the stuff around me. The monkey mind might find ideas in my mind. Dirt beneath my feet. The sweet smell of berries fill the air. Trees and leaves and squirrels climb around me. Leaves fall down, but they never fall up. The birds singing, solving problems. The birds sing their song of kindness, and the leaves ride the wings. They settle so calm. The air is still. The trees are growing, and I am at peace. It's calm now. A poem.
So that was a collaborative work from the Sea Turtles. Well done, well done. As we start to wrap up, inviting you to join us shortly to social hour and also to go outside and be in the outdoor classroom. If the kids are here and they want to play, that would be awesome. But here is a song that pulls us all together.
A circle is round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend. Make new friends by keeping old. One is simply another's gold. Fire burns brightest in my heart. We
just so much fun. And as we come together now to socialize, to connect, to play, we invite you, and if I could have my helpers come up, I'll meet you up front here. We're going to do a game. If you know rock, paper, scissors, raise your hand. This is very similar to rock, paper, scissors. I'll meet you down on the floor, Rena, down there. This is like that, only it's nature style. So there is a bear with the fists up, the claws up with a little bit of a grr. There is a salmon, which is eaten by the bear, and that has a sound of a little swish, 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 swish. And the salmon eats a mosquito, which has its little stinger and goes bzzz. And the mosquito, do you know what the mosquito eats? Oh, you guys are good. It eats the bear. So I'm going to have, Tati, you want to join us and come on up with Willow and Rena? So we're going to model it, and if anybody else wants to join us, you're welcome to come up, and we're going to do it live. And then we'll invite you at social hour to play bear, salmon, mosquito with us. Best of 3. Today we have some amazing students with us. We have Tati with us, we have Willow, we have Rena, and the families that are here supporting us as well as the staff. So thank you all. So are you guys ready? Rena, you and I are going to be partners. You guys can face each other. And we do it with a count of 3. So you go bear, salmon, mosquito, and then make your sound. Oops, we got a tie. We'll keep on. Bear, salmon, do best of 3. Ooh, so I get you. Do it again. One more. Bear, salmon, mosquito. Bzz. Oh, I got you there too. So you can play there. Any questions before you're given your homework assignments? Okay. All right. So how'd you guys do over here? Okay. All right. Can you please applaud for these amazing, amazing individuals? Awesome job. And with that, thank you from Nature Schoolhouse for being here. And thank you to Unitarian Universalist Church of Brevard for the beautiful partnership that we have and all the wonderful work they do as well. So here is most of us from the Schoolhouse with a collection of beautiful faces and beautiful souls. So we hope to see you outside. Feel free to climb around on the playground, sit on the swings, have some cookies. And Miss Diane cooks regularly with her kids, so it's just awesome. All right, thank you all, and feel free to keep your toe-tapping bear, salmon, mosquito things going. And love to you all. All right.